wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City.
And tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Detroit Lions. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night?
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They try the left side here with Williams.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. You talk about this Lions defense.
They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Down the left sideline.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Quentin Johnston.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Lions take first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 74 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Montgomery is in for a Lions touchdown.
This has a feel of a back-and-forth game, and we've seen that in evidence already with each of these teams' opening drives. This is what you call a quick answer, as they go down the field in no time flat and finish with a touchdown run.
Now the try here for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Emeka Egbuka, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. The Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond.
This is taken at about the 14. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 40.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Right side for Gibbs. He's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
1 yard gain.
The Lions at 4-8 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Pass taken in. Myers been tied in. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And able to get this to the 31.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get it behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 3rd down and 10. Here we go. Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
That's good.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions have taken the lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Lions 14, Cowboys 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now Prescott. Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Emeka Ibuka, 65 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. How many speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of 30. 117 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field and insert that guy. So you take a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense. But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Goff going to keep it himself. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jared Goff scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing, Prescott. On the out route, he finds Johnston. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's third and a few inches. Prescott now. They've got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball. And I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 158 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Another run for Gibbs here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
Now gone.
Second and 11. At the Cowboys' 47.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
6 yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now gone. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Gone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Like 20. What's that?
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. To throw is gone. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
To throw is Prescott. Open man is Ibuka. And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. This one swung out to Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Cowboys 24, Lions 21. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the
So
Cowboys.
after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. at the 37-yard line.
What's that?
Goff now looking to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. On to give. Here's Gibbs. 164 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And then ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Goff.
Throw outside, caught by Laporta.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Detroit Lions.
Here's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's right. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. There's Goff. Now he's going to step up and run. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Powering his way forward. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Finds Johnston. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets out 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
And the Cowboy
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. This is 1st and 10.
Hold on.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
For the extra point.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Lions 35. Cowboys 31. Jack Fox.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Prescott. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
And here we are in the fourth quarter. We're going to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
They just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Prescott.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
To throw, Prescott.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Dak. He's got another one to Johnston.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
At the 17-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Dak.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's 3rd down.
Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One last shot now for Prescott. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Cowboys, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.